Pain, most people run from it, numb it, distract themselves from it. But what if I told you the very thing you're trying to escape is the one thing that can make you unstoppable? Yeah, the sleepless nights, the rejection, the betrayal, the quiet moments where it feels like life is pressing down on your chest. That's not your enemy. That's your raw material. See, weak men break under pain, average men avoid it, but powerful men, they learn how to use it. They turn it into fuel, into discipline, into clarity. Because pain doesn't destroy you, it reveals you. It shows you exactly who you are when everything comfortable is stripped away. And if you can learn to sit with it instead of running, to understand it instead of fearing it, then pain stops being something that holds you back and starts becoming the thing that pushes you forward. This is how you stop being controlled by your suffering and start using it as your greatest weapon. Rule 1, most people make their pain worse not because of what happened, but because they refuse to face it. They distract themselves, scroll endlessly, chase temporary pleasures, pretend everything is fine, but deep down the pain stays. It grows, it festers, and the more you avoid it, the more control it has over your life. See, pain demands attention. And if you don't give it consciously, it will take it unconsciously. It will show up in your anger, your anxiety, your bad decisions, your lack of discipline, and you won't even realize why you feel stuck. This is where most people lose, not because they're weak, but because they're unwilling to sit still and confront what hurts. But the moment you stop running, everything changes, because pain is not random. It's information. It's trying to show you something. Maybe it's showing you where you trusted the wrong person. Maybe it's showing you where you lack discipline. Maybe it's revealing a part of yourself you've been avoiding for years. And when you start studying your pain instead of escaping it, you begin to understand its patterns. You start asking better questions, not why is this happening to me, but what is this trying to teach me? And that shift alone separates the weak from the strong. Because now you're no longer a victim of your experience, you become a student of it, and students improve, they adapt, they grow. Think about it like this. Every painful moment you've ever had contains a lesson, but most people miss it because they're too focused on the feeling instead of the meaning. They feel the pain, but they never decode it, they suffer, but they never evolve, and that's why they repeat the same cycles over and over again. Same mistakes, same heartbreaks, same frustrations, just different faces, different situations, but the same underlying problem. Because they never stopped long enough to understand what their pain was trying to tell them. But you're different now because you're choosing to face it, to sit in it, to analyze it. And that's where your power begins, because once you understand your pain, it loses its ability to control you. It becomes something you can use, something you can shape, something you can turn into strength. Rule 2, here's the truth no one tells you. Pain is energy, raw, intense, uncomfortable energy. And if you don't direct it, it will destroy you. It will turn into overthinking, self-doubt, laziness, or even self-sabotage. But if you learn how to channel it, that same energy becomes discipline, focus, and drive. Think about the times you felt the most pain, heartbreak, rejection, failure. Those moments where your chest felt heavy and your mind wouldn't shut off. That energy didn't just disappear, it stayed inside you, and most people let it rot there. But the few who rise, they do something different. They take that emotional intensity and convert it into action. They go to the gym when they don't feel like it. They work when they're tired. They build when everything inside them wants to quit. Because they understand something powerful. Pain doesn't go away by avoiding it. It goes away by transforming it. And discipline is the tool that makes that transformation possible. Because discipline doesn't rely on how you feel. It operates regardless of your emotions. So when pain hits, instead of sitting in it, instead of letting it consume you, you move, you act, you build. And slowly, that pain starts turning into progress, into results, into a version of yourself that's stronger than before. And this is where the shift happens, because now pain is no longer something you fear. It becomes something you almost respect, because you know every time it shows up, it brings fuel with it. Fuel you can use to level up your life. And over time, this creates a dangerous mindset. One where you stop depending on motivation, because motivation fades, but discipline, built through pain, that stays. And once you reach that point, nothing can really stop you, because even when life hits you hard, you already know what to do with that energy. You don't collapse, you convert. Rule 3, most people think strength means never feeling pain. But that's a lie. Real strength is feeling everything and still staying in control, because pain will test you, not just physically, but emotionally. It will push your patience, your temper, your ability to stay calm when everything inside you wants to react. And this is where most people fail. They let pain control their behavior. They lash out. They make impulsive decisions. They say things they regret. And in doing that, they give their power away. But Stoicism teaches something different. It teaches that you don't control what happens to you, but you always control how you respond. And that's where your real power lies. Because when you start using pain as a training ground for your emotions, everything changes. Every frustrating situation becomes an opportunity to practice restraint. Every moment of anger becomes a chance to choose calm. Every setback becomes a moment to strengthen your patience. And over time, this builds a level of emotional control that most people will never reach. Think about it. When someone disrespects you, the weak react instantly. They raise their voice. They try to prove something, but the strong, they pause, they observe, they stay grounded. Because they understand that reacting emotionally is just another form of losing control. And pain gives you endless chances to practice this. Because life will constantly put you in uncomfortable situations. People will test you. Situations will frustrate you. Things won't go your way, but instead of seeing these moments as problems, you start seeing them as training. Like mental reps in the gym, each one making you stronger, more composed, more dangerous in a calm, controlled way. And the more you practice this, the less reactive you become. Things that used to trigger you won't even faze you anymore. And that's when you realize something powerful. Emotional control is freedom. Because when nothing can easily disturb your peace, you become untouchable. And pain, instead of breaking you, becomes the very thing that sharpens your control. Rule 4, pain has a way of revealing the truth you try to hide from yourself. It strips away your comfort, your excuses, your illusions, and shows you exactly where you're lacking, and that's uncomfortable. Because nobody likes to see their weaknesses. Nobody wants to admit they're undisciplined, or too emotional, or dependent on others for validation. But pain doesn't care about your ego. It forces you to face reality. And that's actually a gift, because what you don't see, you can't fix. Most people go through life repeating the same mistakes because they never truly confront their flaws. They blame others, they blame circumstances, they avoid responsibility. But pain makes that impossible. It puts a mirror in front of you and says, "This is where you need to grow." Maybe it shows you that you trusted too easily. Maybe it shows you that you lack self-control. Maybe it exposes your fear of being alone, whatever it is. It's there for a reason, and the moment you stop taking it personally and start taking it seriously, everything shifts. Because now you're not just experiencing pain. You're extracting value from it, you're using it as feedback. And feedback is what leads to improvement. Think of it like this: every failure, every rejection, every setback carries data. But most people ignore that data because it hurts their pride. But if you can detach your ego and look at your pain objectively, like a strategist analyzing a mistake, You gain an advantage most people never will. Because now you're not guessing what to improve, you know exactly where to focus, and that clarity accelerates your growth. It turns pain into a roadmap. And once you start following that roadmap, you stop feeling stuck. Because you're no longer wandering blindly, you're moving with purpose, guided by the lessons your pain has revealed. Rule 5, at some point, pain stops being just something you go through and starts becoming something you carry with meaning. Because when you've suffered enough, when you've been tested, broken, rebuilt, and tested again, you begin to realize something most people never understand. Pain can either make you bitter or it can make you purposeful. And that choice is always yours, because the same pain that destroys one man can awaken another. It all depends on what you decide to do with it. See, when you start attaching purpose to your pain, everything changes. The struggle is no longer pointless. The suffering is no longer wasted. It becomes part of your story, part of your identity, something that fuels your direction. Maybe your pain pushes you to become stronger so you're never weak again. Maybe it drives you to build something meaningful. Maybe it shapes you into someone who can guide others through what you've been through. Whatever it is, purpose gives your pain weight. It gives it direction. And once pain has direction, it stops feeling like chaos and starts feeling like a mission. Think about the people who have achieved something great. Most of them didn't come from comfort. They came from struggle, from loss, from moments that forced them to grow. And instead of letting those moments define them negatively, they used them as fuel to create something bigger than themselves. And you can do the same, because your pain is unique to you. Your experiences, your struggles, your battles, they've shaped a perspective that nobody else has. And that perspective is powerful if you choose to use it. But this only happens when you stop asking, why did this happen to me? And start asking, how can I use this? Because that question shifts you from a victim mindset to a creator mindset. And creators don't waste pain, they build with it. They turn it into something that lasts, something that matters, something that gives their life direction. And once you reach that level, pain no longer feels like a burden. It becomes a responsibility, because now you know it has a purpose. Pain will always be part of your life. That never changes, but what changes is how you use it. You can let it break you, control you, keep you stuck in cycles that never end. Or you can do what few people have the courage to do. You can face it, study it, and turn it into the very thing that elevates you. Because every moment of pain you experience is an opportunity to grow stronger, to become more disciplined, more controlled, more aware, and more purposeful. And once you start living like that, pain stops being something you fear. It becomes something you respect, something you use, something that works for you, not against you. So the next time life hits you, don't run. Don't numb it, don't distract yourself. Stand still, face it, and ask yourself, how can I use this? Because that one question can change everything. And if this message hit you, if you felt something real while listening to this, then make sure you comment below, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss the next video from Stoic Spark. Because this is where you turn pain into power.